Hey, it's Gary Kayye, and we're day one at InfoComm 2012 in Vegas. And what better way to start with our first podcast, our first interview of the day, other than with Tim Albright, the guy who's sitting in the front of our booth every single day. Yep. Hey, Tim.
How are you, sir?
People don't even know who you are by face, but they know how you sound. They know your voice.
Well, you know, there's an old saying: "You having a face for radio." That would be this guy right here.
All right, so Tim actually founded AVNation, and AVNation is they have about I don't know, 8 or so podcasts that they're doing all about AV topics. They have Women in AV podcast, Social AV podcast, which by the way starts this afternoon. The Social AV that he does our daily rave, which is with me every day, and AVNation has really kind of exploded because I think the interest in the topics are timely.
Well, we try to keep it that way. I mean, that, you know, the whole idea behind it was to give the industry another avenue other than, you know, blogs are great. Information and news on websites is great because that's what you guys do really well. This is just another avenue for people to, you know, get more news and information about our industry.
Yeah, we definitely see it as another vehicle to deliver information, and what's cool about it is it's a lot more personal. So even though blog, you're sort of adding in your own personal opinions, when you're actually hearing somebody talk, you can tell what they're, you know, what they really mean and when they really mean something. And I think that you guys have done a phenomenal job. We're excited to be partners and have been excited to be partners with you for 6 months. We're going to do it another year, and I'm looking forward to all the new things we got planned. And we can't tell you those things because we don't want our competition to know. However, tell them a little bit about what you have coming up as far as the topics on hand, that even if they're not here live today, and to see them live, that they make sure they tune in and can listen to them online at raveedge.com.
Well, today we've got the Gary mentioned we have our social show, AV Social, which is with George Tucker, not a stranger to these parts or blogs, and Scott Moody. They do our AV Social with people like Don Mead and Matt Scott and other NC Nwaco from Rave. All these guys really know and live and breathe social, and so they're going to be talking about all the social interaction going on here at the show. Tomorrow we have a live show. It's called the Live, which is live staging. And Dory Connolly is going to come by, Mike Post to Puck. And then at the end of the week, we're going to be doing the weekly, which is the AV week, and we're going to have people from manufacturers. Crestron's going to come by, Panasonic's going to come by, the regular cast of characters. Hopefully, you'll be able to join us. The George Tucker, Matt Scott, Michael Drainer, Don Mead, everybody that we've had on is going to join us, and that one would be like a 2-hour extravaganza, talking about everything from, you know, wired to wireless to control, everything that we're going to see here this week. And then next week, actually, we're going to get an outsider's view from. We're going to have people on who didn't come to the show, but got the information from the show from an outsider's point of view. So we're going to have some couple guys, both international and here in the States, and get their point of view.
That's awesome. That's a good idea, because it'll be interesting to hear how what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong, and delivering the information through our portal, because we'd love to we get a tremendous amount of feedback. We filter through it and we make all the changes that we can, but it's always great to hear more about what you can do. Now, AVNation is all done basically at your desktop. I mean, this is all produced. We call in on Skype and we connect to you. And when I'm traveling, I have the opportunity to call in on my cell phone, and somehow you find a way to connect it all in. And it just happens. How long does it take to produce a program? You know, when you're talking about all the planning up front, the production, and the execution.
You're probably talking about a couple hours, but probably 3 to 5 hours per show. I mean, obviously the longer ones take a little bit longer time. Your and I's show is a little different because I'm not going to call it spontaneous, because it's not necessarily off the top of our head, but we try to keep it daily. That's the whole point of it, is we keep it topical. What's happened in the last 24 to 48 hours that has piqued either your interest or my interest.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny. The first time we actually ever met in person was 2 days ago, and I think people will be shocked to know that we actually never met each other in person. We talked more over the last 6 months in between the two of us than than anybody I've talked to in the last 6 months. I mean, and you probably could say the same thing. And I feel like that our chemistry's good, and we work really well together. And it was fun doing the live daily rave with you out there, even though I don't know how to use mics, obviously.
I don't either, obviously. So no, it was fun. And today we got to hang out with Chief, which was cool. We got to do the hot dog eating contest.
Yes, which, by the way, he finished second.
Second, yay!
Honored to say he ate what did he eat, 6 or 8?
6 or 6. I think it's 6. Yeah.
6 hot dogs. I want people to know a little bit about you, so I would like for them to know, what do you do? I mean, what is your real job, right? And and also, he's in school, so tell him what you're in school for.
I'm in school. I'm in grad school for mass communications. That's kind of what we do. And I fell in love with this industry a number of years ago. I worked for a college, a small community college in southwestern Illinois, just outside of St. Louis, and fell in love with it doing that. I fell in love by coming to InfoComm and by reading stuff like Rave, and took my background, which is in broadcast media, and kind of married the two together. And that's how AVNation happened. Was a love of this industry and a love to do stuff like broadcast, and that's kind of how it was born. And other people like you and Sarah Abrams and other people in the industry had an interest in it as well, and we've all kind of gotten together, and that's how it happens every week.
It's really, I mean, the point is basically it's really a passion for you. It's more than even a profession. I mean, you really, you're really actually enjoying doing this stuff.
Well, yeah, we were talking the other night, and I met Sarah Abrams for the first time, and she said, how do you do, everything that you do? And I'm not saying that to pat myself on the back, but this part of what I do is my passion. This is the part that I love. Schoolwork is a necessary evil. My real job is a necessary evil to pay bills. This is stuff I love to do.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm so excited about our partnership and our continued relationship, and I think all the new stuff that you're created and all the new plans that we have together for the next year is going to make AVNation even bigger and better, and certainly going to make Rave even bigger and better. So I want you to tune in, keep watching, keep listening, and hey, I think you could be on TV too. I don't think you have a voice I don't think you have a face just for radio.
Well, we'll see. No more hot dog eating. You
can do this. Listen. You'd be better at doing this microphone stuff than me.
Wow.
So I think,
all right.
I think you did a great job. We are videotaping some of our recording, I should say. We don't use tape anymore. Recording our, I know, our some of these podcasts, but all of them we're doing all the audio recording for, and everything is on the Rave Edge website, which is at raveedge.com, ravepubs.com, and the Rave Now InfoComm portal.com. This is Gary Kayye. Signing off for now. I've got a few other interviews, and then we will see you on the show floor.